In a presidential election this close, it appears the winning edge will come down to small pockets of voters in key areas. That may be true not only in the total number of ballots cast by voters, but also in the race to accumulate enough votes in the Electoral College. As it turns out, one politician in Nebraska, a state senator known for his strong adherence to his Catholic principles and values, could have an outsized role in who becomes our next president. Mark Irons has our report.
In the final hours of the 2024 campaign, the candidates tried to convince those undecided voters across the country. There is one politician whose decision could make all the difference.
I've kept my word. I've never broke my word.
Would you believe the outcome of the presidential election could come down to this one man from Nebraska?
I mean, how does it make you feel? Do you feel any pressure?
Meet Republican State Senator Mike McDonnell, who just weeks ago resisted pressure from within his own party to change the way Nebraska counts electoral votes.
I believe I made the right decision.
How could McDonnell have such a major impact on the presidency? It all starts with a little math. To become president, you need 270 electoral votes. 48 of the states are winner-take-all. For example, if you win the popular vote in California, Missouri, or swing state Pennsylvania, you take all of the electoral votes there. Only Maine and Nebraska do things differently. In those states, the winner of the state popular vote gets 2 electoral votes, but the rest of the electoral votes are split by congressional district. Republicans reliably win 2 more, painting most of the state red, but the other district surrounding Omaha is being referred to as the blue dot by Democratic voters there in the state's 2nd congressional district. They have even put up signs to remind people just how important this one electoral vote could be in a potentially tight presidential race to 270.
One vote could make a huge difference.
Depending on election result outcomes in the various swing states, that one electoral vote in the 2nd congressional district, which went red for Trump in 2016 and blue for Biden in 2020, could be critical to either candidate for presidential victory in 2024.
Do you think Nebraska's 2nd congressional district could decide the presidency?
Possibly.
And here's where Senator McDonnell comes in. He could have voted with fellow Republican senators in the state legislature to change Nebraska to a winner-take-all state, which would have benefited former President Donald Trump, who is likely to win Nebraska's popular vote and could have secured all 5 electoral votes if it was winner-take-all. But McDonnell was a key holdout and wouldn't support it. He believes state politicians shouldn't change election rules weeks before the vote.
It's just not fair, and I don't think that's the way we should treat democracy. And I believe every voter, regardless if you agree with who they're going to vote for or not, they should have that opportunity, and we shouldn't disenfranchise them 30 days before a presidential election.
McDonnell says if the people of Nebraska want to vote to change the system, they should have the power to during a midterm year. At the same time, he personally believes the way Nebraska splits electoral votes by congressional district is a better reflection of democracy. He thinks all states should take it up.
And when I ran in 2016, I said I was not going to vote to go back to winner-take-all. I opposed winner-take-all, and I still do. So I've been consistent.
Still, Republicans at the state and national level pushed hard for change leading up to Election Day. U.S. Senator Lindsey Graham from South Carolina, a friend of Trump, traveled to Nebraska in September to make the case.
I hope the people in Nebraska will understand this may come down to a single electoral vote.
And Trump even spoke over the phone with Nebraska State Senator Merv Reapy. So we had to ask McDonnell,
did President Trump call you and ask you to support winner-take-all in Nebraska?
My policy for the last 8 years has been I don't talk about private conversations with constituents or with colleagues, and I'm going to continue to keep that policy.
Would you deny that he called you?
I'm not going to talk about any private conversations.
Trump did share his opinion of McDonnell in a Truth Social post, writing, State Senator named Mike McDonnell decided, for no reason whatsoever, to get in the way of a great Republican common-sense victory. Just another grandstander. But McDonnell says he's just keeping his word to constituents, which is important to him as a Catholic.
Do your convictions about this, do they come from your faith at all?
Oh, definitely. And I can say for my 8 years of service, I've kept my word. I've never broke my word to a constituent or a colleague. And that's based on my faith.
It wasn't surprising to hear McDonnell say that. After all, before our interview about the presidential election, we had traveled to Nebraska to learn more about his reasoning behind another political decision.
So for you, your faith really informs your politics, it sounds like.
Being a Christian and a member of the Roman Catholic Church is more important to me than a political party.
He may have felt some opposition from fellow Republicans to change the way votes are counted in Nebraska, but before that, he was feeling opposition from fellow Democrats for being pro-life.
I wasn't asking them to agree with me. I was just asking them to respect that position that I held my whole life.
As a Democrat, McDonnell voted for bills to protect unborn children in Nebraska, but he was formally reprimanded with a censure from state Democrats for his pro-life record. He responded, "I am a Christian. I am a lifelong member of the Roman Catholic Church. I am pro-life. The censure of me from the Nebraska Democratic Party will not change my pro-life vote." McDonnell says he lost the needed resources and support of the Democratic Party, so he changed party affiliation earlier this year.
Today I'm announcing I am now going to be a registered Republican in the state of Nebraska.
You stood by your pro-life convictions and were opposed by those in the Democratic Party that you were a part of. Then you became a Republican and were opposed by those in your party for not agreeing to change the way electoral votes are counted in Nebraska. In both of those cases, did you ever feel like you should just go with the majority?
Well, no, I did not feel that because I don't think that is the job I was elected to do.
McDonnell says his faith informs all his political decisions. And he looks to the example of St. Thomas More, the patron saint of politicians. As England's Lord Chancellor, More loyally served King Henry VIII, but he would not support the king's rejection of the Catholic faith and its teachings. As a result, More was put to death.
And he said, the day they executed him, he said, "I remain a loyal servant to the king, but to God first." And I believe we all should take our religious beliefs above, political parties. I'm a Christian and a lifelong member of the Roman Catholic Church, and I'm proud of that.
Mark Irons, EWTN News In Depth.